Well, I'm pleased. They've come to practice every day, wanting to work. We've thrown a lot of new stuff at them this year offensively, trying to change the way we're playing, and I think we're progressing nicely. I think we'll have some rough moments early in the year when we're playing other teams that really get after us physically and they make it more difficult to run our stuff. But I'm really pleased with how the guys are working. We've got an experienced bunch. We've got a veteran bunch. We've got a lot of guys that can play. I've told some people recently that I still don't know yet, what our best five is, what our rotation needs to be. But it's not because we don't have options. If anything, we've got, a lot of options and a lot of guys that can play multiple positions, and we're going to have to figure out where guys best fit for us to be most successful. But right now I'm really happy. We've not lost a game yet, so everybody's feeling good when they come to the gym every day. The real test will be when we start playing games and when adversity hits, how guys respond to that. But it's been a good first month of practice. We're not as big as a couple of the other teams in the region, but I don't think our size is going to be a disadvantage for us. We got guys that are going to battle. Wells is very athletic. Ryan's very physical, very skilled inside. But I think our strength is going to be forcing those teams that might have more size to have to come out and guard us. We're going to be able to put 4 or 5 guys on the floor that can hit the jump shot, can hit the three, can put the ball on the floor. So, it goes both ways. There's going to be times where we may be at a disadvantage with somebody physically, but there's going to be other times teams are going to have a hard time guarding us. Cy and Cameron, with so much experience coming back last year, Cameron grew so much last year as a point guard for us, and he's had a really good fall for us, and I think Cy is primed to have a great year. Bradley Toller is a very smart player and somebody that just makes everybody else on the floor better because of his decision making. I hate to just name 3 guys. We really right now, for 3 weeks of practice, I had 7 or 8 guys that I felt comfortable with, and now in the last 2 weeks, we've added John Davis as a transfer from LCA. Joe Gilbert's out this week from football. Those are guys that are still learning our system and how to play with us, but I know they're varsity caliber players. So, we really don't have, that 1, 2, 3 guys that have stood out so much. Is just our depth, I think, is what is going to be our strength. We've got our first scrimmage next Thursday night. Clark County comes here. Like I said, always looking forward to playing against someone else and see how guys respond. And Coach Humphrey at Clark County, his teams are always so physical and so sound defensively that'll be a good test for us. The day before Thanksgiving, we're going to scrimmage at Lafayette. So, that's a top 3 team in the 11th region with a ton of experience back from last season. And that'll be a very challenging test for it, but we need that. We're not going to get better by playing teams that we're going to beat by 20, 30, 40 points. We need to play teams that are going to force us to play our best to stay with them, and that's what we'll get out of those 2 scrimmages. Cool. Well, Mercer County is probably the favorite, not only in our district but in the 12th region. They've got tremendous size, tremendous athleticism, a lot of experience back, a 4-year starter at the point in Will Hager. There's no doubt they're the team to beat. We look forward to competing with them and trying to get up to their level. East Jessamine, Coach O'Brien always does a great job. I know they lost a lot in terms of experience, but he is, every year that I've been here, he gets more out of his team than what people expected him to coming into the year, and I have no doubt the same thing will happen again this year. Region-wise, Wayne County is still right near the top. They just lost 1 kid from last year. Granted, it was a great player with Peyton Woods, but they've got everybody else back, and they added a transfer, and they had some freshmen that got experience last year that'll be much improved this year. Southwestern's going to be really good, have a lot of good guards, good shooters. Pulaski County, Casey County, and haven't even mentioned, your Boyle counties, your Lincoln counties that, have some of the best coaches in the state, and those teams are going to be surprises, I think, as well. So, our region is once again, it's something when I came to West, I don't think the 12th region had the reputation of being one of the better regions in the state, but I think over the last 3 or 4 years, you can make a strong case that we're one of the top 5 regions in the state right now in terms of quality of play and quality of depth in teams. Well, I think it's always good to freshen things up a little bit. We're excited about the gym and very appreciative of our school board and school system for redoing the floor. I think it looks great. The change in moving the benches and scores table to the other side is something that I've thought about doing for a few years now, and with the floor being repainted, it was the time to do it. And then I've always had great assistant coaches. I've added a couple more great ones this year and have one holdover with Coach Gordon. And I love the assistants I've had in the past, but sometimes you bring in new ideas. People that bring a different perspective on things is always a good thing too. So, like I said, everybody's happy, everybody's excited right now. We haven't lost a game yet. That's when we'll find out what we're made of at that point. So.